Hey beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. I'm Josie with Awakened Soul, and we're here for a reading about the person on your mind and your connection to each other. Today's reading is going to be all about their general thoughts and feelings about you and your connection lately. So this is a timeless reading. We're talking about general information from whenever this reading is finding you. And I'm so glad you're here, by the way. I hope you're having a fabulous day or night whenever you are joining us. We're going to get started with the oracle cards that I've pulled for us, and then after that we're going to dive deeper into the message using the tarot. So I'm excited, glad you're here. We're going to unpack a lot today. We'll also eventually get to some channeled messages as well as tiles, charms, and astrology dice. We'll also end today's reading off with a message just for you. So let's get into it, you guys. I'm ready to get going. I hope you are too. We have the Judge, the Stone, and the Bridge. 6th house, get real with responsibilities. Series, reconnect with yourself. And Taurus, slow but steady. We have Fish, Wolf, and Camel. And we also have the Moon's reflection, accept responsibility. So to get us going with symbols and signs for extra confirmation, I'm noticing obviously the energy of Taurus. So you or your person could have Taurus placements. I wouldn't be shocked because the first thing we're going to touch on is the Stone over here, which was the first card that came out for us here today. If you don't have Taurus placements, there's definitely Taurus energy present. That's all I'm going to say, okay? For right now, at least. We also have 6th house. So you might want to look at what's going on in your 6th house if you happen to know your astrological chart, or theirs if you know both of yours. Bonus points, check that out. And last but not least, I'm noticing maybe some Pisces energy here with the Fish. We also have water, earth, and fire sign energy coming out strongly here. So okay, now that we've gotten that all out of the way, let's talk about this energy right here with the Stone, because I'm getting a very strong energy of stubbornness coming through, which is why I said if neither of you have Taurus placements, Taurus energy is present, because Taurus is notorious, I should say, Taurus is notorious for being stubborn, okay? Strong-willed, headstrong, but sometimes very stubborn. And that's the energy your person has with you right now. But I don't feel like it's them. I feel like it's their perception of you. They feel like maybe right now you are being quite stubborn. You have your feet planted firmly on the ground. Maybe recently the two of you have had a conversation where you did not give in at all whatsoever. You stood your ground. You made your points very, very clear. There was no compromise, no wiggle room at all whatsoever. You were like, nope, this is what I want, or this is what I believe. This is what happened, and I am not budging. I am not moving a muscle here, okay? Because you're... And please don't come at me like this is a general reading. If it doesn't resonate, you don't have to listen to it. You can check out another reading on my channel, and don't think I'm coming at you. This is your person's energy. I'm just reading what I have coming out for us, okay? So if you don't like it, you don't have to watch it, okay? This is your person's perspective, not mine, okay? I think you're amazing. I think you're fabulous, okay? Your person is almost looking at you as somebody who's quite critical of them right now, maybe a bit judgmental. It could be that maybe they wanted to compromise on something with you, but you were not having it. You were like, nope, it's my way or the highway. I don't want to hear anything about it. And, you know, maybe it was for good reason. It could be that you were just staying firm with one of your boundaries or one of your non-negotiables, and this person was hoping that maybe you would give in or you would slack on your boundaries or something like that. I don't know, but I feel like you definitely do, because you stood your ground, you stood tall and proud, and you were not giving in. It definitely happened in one of your most recent conversations, I feel, with the bridge here, because this does talk about communication as well as compromising and bridging the gap. And your person feels like a compromise did not happen during this conversation. Again, you were stubborn. You were like standing your ground. You were not going with the flow. Maybe this person was hoping you would be, because this card does talk about adaptability and going with the flow and not being stubborn, not being rigid, but rather kind of going through the motions, seeing where the river takes you, so to speak, okay? But you seemed like you weren't going to budge. There was not much compromising going on here. And I just heard all power to you. So maybe that's for good reason. And if it was, I'm super proud of you for not giving in on your boundaries and for, I just heard setting the record straight, whatever that means. I don't know. This seemed to be like it was a really intense conversation or a really intense moment between the two of you. If anyone feels like sharing below with the collective, you are welcome to. You're always invited to, but we have get real with your responsibilities. I feel like that's your responsibility with yourself, because we have responsibility coming out twice here. Accept responsibility and get real with your responsibilities, okay? So it could have also been that you were almost like putting this person in their place, like maybe they dishonored one of your boundaries or they disrespected your goals or something like that. I don't know. And you could have just pointed it out to them. You were like, no, I have this boundary. I have this standard. You didn't honor it. Okay. So accept responsibility for what you did or didn't do. And you weren't going to budge. You weren't going to cave in. In fact, you were connecting with yourself. You were really listening to your heart space and what felt right to you, and what seemed to feel right to you in that moment was honoring yourself, honoring your standards, and not giving in just to mediate the situation, right? I heard standing tall and proud when I looked down at this wolf. So I feel like you were actually cool, calm, and collected. This person might have started to get jittery or nervous, whether they showed that to you or not. You were confident, you were tall, you were proud, and I just heard you showed them. Like, so I don't know, whatever transpired between the two of you last, like really showed them your power and your standards and your boundaries. That's really what I'm getting here. They definitely noticed. That's all I'm going to say. If you were questioning whether or not this person noticed your energy, they did. They did. Very much so. So let's see what their thoughts and feelings are of you at this time, aside from what we've already gotten out here. Let's get more detailed. Let's get more specific. Hi, Wally. Hello. Wally says, if you have not already hit the like button, please do. And also subscribe. We'd love to have you. Right, Wally? Okay. Right, Wally? Of course, he won't answer me now. Never happens when I really want him to. If I start whistling, though, he will definitely answer me. Okay. Yeah, I know you will. He comes to me when I whistle like a dog. Right, Mr. Maine? He's upset with me right now because he only has half a bowl of food, and that's unacceptable. It must be full at all moments of the day. Okay. Oh, right. I just heard this could go one of two ways. We'll see what that means in the context of this reading, but I just heard it when I picked this card up here. Okay, so we have the Moon, the Empress, the World, the Nine of Wands, the Five of Wands, the Page of Swords, and the Two of Swords. So first off, we have more Pisces energy coming through, although I do also read the Moon as Cancer, because Cancer in astrology is ruled by the Moon. We have Taurus with the Empress. I think that's it, okay? We also have strong air and fire energy coming through again, and I think we had that come out earlier, didn't we? I think. Anyway, I'm not going to dig through my animal cards. I know we definitely had fire energy, but anyway, let's not sidetrack. Maybe this person was trying to sidetrack the conversation and you weren't having it. Oh no. Uh-oh. I hope they weren't trying to like gaslight or anything like that, because that is like a gaslighting tactic, is to like try to change the subject or avoid the subject at hand. Definitely don't dismiss any red flags like that, okay? Because that's not good. It seemed like you were like really like wanting to focus in on the point and this person was avoiding the heck out of it, or they were trying to get out of something and you weren't having it. I don't know. I keep hearing like I'm proud of you. For some of you out there, that might be your spirit guides or your guardian angels saying they're proud of you. Like if you stood your ground and didn't give in, and there was a good reason for it, I think somebody out there is proud of you for standing strong and staying in your power, okay? And if that's the case, I'm proud of you. Good job, okay? You stand your ground. Anyway, so this person's current thoughts and feelings about you, they have a lot of built up emotions and fears, I feel, with the moon. They're afraid. Hold on. Actually, they just said I have to get the card out. Hold on. Yep. Okay. We have the wolf. And I heard stand tall and proud when this came out. They were kind of afraid of your power when that happened. Okay? Not like they were afraid of you, but it's like they saw a side of you come out that maybe they've never seen before, and it brought up some insecurities within them, because maybe this person has tried to manipulate you in the past, or they've manipulated others and it worked out fine for them, but your strength and your power shined so strong that they were like intimidated. They were like, oh, okay, no one's ever stood up to me like this before. You're powerful. It brought out some fears and some insecurities because they're not used to people standing up to them, or maybe being so stubborn and strong-willed, headstrong, okay? In fact, I think it gave them a lot of respect for you. They might not have shown you in that moment. They might be keeping that to themselves, but I feel like, yeah, they find you to be very respectable. And they thought about ending some kind of conflict or cycle here. So it could be that maybe you were setting the tone or setting a boundary for, something that was rubbing you the wrong way, or not sitting right with you. And this person has been thinking about how they can correct that. So if there's been, fighting or conflict or issues going on between the two of you, they have been reflecting on what was said during this conversation and what's been going on between the two of you, and thinking about how to end that cycle, okay? And communicate better. I also just heard that they feel like, oh, how can I reframe this? They feel like you're smarter than them, you're a better communicator than them, and although they don't really like it because it checks them in a way, like it makes them feel inferior in a way, they respect that about you, okay? So I don't know why that is, but maybe you're an intellectual type. Maybe you are like super smart. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I think you're amazing. So maybe you are super smart and this person is intimidated by that. I don't know, because they feel like you can win at any argument. You're always like a step ahead of them. Whew, okay. I also just heard that they're going to take your advice. So if you gave this person advice during this conversation, they're taking it. Okay, alrighty then. We're gonna go ahead and get some information out for you. I'm gonna do tiles and charms before we do channeled messages. You guys give me your feedback on this, because normally I do all the cards first and then I do tiles and charms like second to last. But if you like me switching it up and switching up the order here and there, let me know. I really value your feedback. Okay, so we're gonna get started with the Astro dice. I'm gonna roll it 3 times. You may see specific zodiac placements in your chart or theirs. So if you wanna get like a pen and paper out or comment it down below so you remember, you're welcome to. Okay. First up, we have Capricorn, Pluto, and Venus. Capricorn, Pluto, and Venus. Okay, I believe I'm a Capricorn Venus. I think I am. Interesting. Okay, anyway, we also have Virgo, Jupiter, and Jupiter. So we have Virgo, Jupiter, and Jupiter. Maybe both of you have Virgo, Jupiters, or that energy is amplified and highlighted here. We have Virgo again and Neptune. Interesting. Okay, so Virgo placements could be really important here. Whether it's Neptune or Jupiter or neither of them, Virgo placements might be important. Let's do one more. I was going to say if we get Virgo again. We have Libra, Moon, and Pluto. Libra, Moon, and Pluto. Okay. All right, let's do charms now. Okay. TV. Somebody could be watching TV right now. Okay. Or maybe you were watching TV when this conversation came up. We have T, V, P, E, C, W, F, N, and we also have another C and a Z. Okay, gotcha. So those could be letters, initials. Take your time if you want. You know what? I am seeing one word and it's vent. So maybe you were like venting to this person during this conversation. You were like letting it all out. I just heard you were laying it on thick. Okay, so you were maybe really letting this person have it the last time you were talking to them. We have a cross coming out here. So someone in the connection could be Christian or believe in Jesus, or there could also be religious differences, belief differences. We have a horse. This reminds me of the Chariot. Okay, so it seemed like you were strong-willed. You're ready to move forward. You don't want to be held back anymore, I just heard. And then we have a blue bow. So that's reminding me almost as like a gift. I also just saw the like a Yorkie, like a Yorkie with a little bow in their hair. So somebody might have like a little dog that they like to put bows in their hair or dress up or something like that. That's a very specific message, but you'll know if that's for you. All right, let's do some channeled messages now from your person to you. Let's see. I wish I could take back my words. So maybe this person said something to you that really rubbed you the wrong way and you were like, oh, no. Nope. You put them in their place. Okay. We will be together again. I know I was a distraction from your pain. Okay. Just being near you is intoxicating. Okay. So your person's very addicted to your energy. Maybe they do feel like you're just having, maybe part of them thinks that you're just having a tough time right now, and maybe you were kind of like venting to them or taking a bit of that out on them. But I think that there was a reason you brought this up to this person to begin with. Like whatever you were arguing about, like there was some sort of a valid reason to that. But maybe from their perspective, they didn't like totally deserve it, or maybe they felt like they were being blamed for something that wasn't their fault. Not quite sure. They're not giving up on the connection though, that's for sure. They do plan on being with you, staying with you, coming back in again. Maybe you broke up with them or you told them you wanted a break or separation, but they're like, we'll be together again and I'm coming back. So this person isn't giving up on you. They're definitely not giving up on the connection. Okay. I have a hard time communicating about my feelings and I am so determined. Do you see the signs too? Also, we have, I've been keeping secrets. Interesting. Okay, so maybe that's something you were talking about. Maybe they were keeping some secrets from you. We also have, are you ready for it? Ooh, you know what? I feel like these are tied together. Ooh, they might have something they need to tell you. Okay. You know what? I was not planning on doing it, but I'm doing an extended on this because I feel like this is going to be a whole separate message. I was going to say a whole ASS message, but I don't know if I don't think I can swear. I don't want to get demonetized. So we're going to unpack that in the extended. I'll put a link below in the description box and the pinned comment. If you want to join, you are welcome to. You get a really good bang for your buck because you'll get access to over 240 extra videos too. So anyway, I will see you there, but we're going to get a few more messages out for you first before I get to the extended. Okay. So message number 1 and 2. These are just for you. If you need a minute to reset your energy, bring the focus back toward yourself, you are welcome to. This doesn't have to relate to the connection at all, so take it as it resonates. This is a glorious time for me to be on this earth. You are an extension, or you are extensions of source energy here in these magnificent physical bodies. The amazing diversity of your time-space reality provides the perfect balance from which to create and attract. There has never been a better time to be upon your planet. Wally agrees. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you. And then this is your affirmation of the day. I'm holding it up so you can affirm it with me. This is a really, really good one. Encourage you to comment it, write it, or read it out loud. Today, I am ready to receive love. Today, I am open to being loved by another healthy person. Emphasis on healthy, always. Okay. All right, you guys, I'm going to leave this portion of the reading here. We're going to hop into that unexpected extended. I hope to see you there. But if you are leaving me here today, I want to thank you so much again for being a part of the channel and for being here with us. And I hope you have a blessed rest of your day or night. Bye for now.